Welcome back to my channel. You already know it's your boyhood Diggity the Rock Reactor back with another video. Yes, sir. Before I proceed, let me know where you tapping in from. Let me know what country, what city, what mountain, what hill, what cave, what island, what planet, what universe. Let me know where you at. Represent your hood, yes sir. A world of love to my Ukraine, an abundance of peace to my Ukraine. As I stand with God, I stand with Ukraine, yes sir. And world peace is what we're looking for. World peace is what we pray for. It's unlikely that we're gonna get it. I am real, and I am realistic. But it doesn't hurt to pray. You know why? Because the children of the world are worth it. The innocent people that are suffering, it's worth me waking up in the morning and do a little 10-minute, 15-minute prayer. Anyway, guys, we got something crazy. We got my man Trump, Donald Trump, the Nobel Prize, next year's Nobel Prize winner, hopefully. And here he's warning Putin over the Ukrainian war. Guys, the main question is, how far is Putin willing to take this, guys? How far is willing to take this? If Trump give President Zelensky the Tomahawk missiles, which has nuclear implications, how far is Putin still willing to go? Is he willing to make it a nuclear war, which will be catastrophic? Like I said, the main question is, how far is he willing to go? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am a little bit scared. I'm scared for my Ukraine. I'm scared that there ain't nothing more dangerous than a desperate man. Nothing more dangerous. I am kind of afraid that he's going to be cornered, backed up into a corner, and he's going to take desperate measures and try to go all out, because based on what I've been seeing, guys, we're talking about a man who has no regards for his citizens. He's willing to sacrifice his citizens for the sake of whatever objective he has. And that is a dangerous thing. It's like Kim Jong. Kim Jong is willing to starve his citizens for the purpose of having nuclear warheads. But anyway, guys, let's get right to it, man. This is Trump. And before we do that, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on in the description. Let's get right to it, my man Trump.
I'm angry at them, but I don't blame them. But I'm really angry at Biden and Kamala and that group of lunatics for allowing it to happen, because it's the hardest thing. Now, you know, we're sending them out. It's incredible the job that Christie and Tom Homan and the whole group is doing, but we shouldn't have to be doing that. We're doing a lot of work on getting people out of here. Tren de Aragua has caused tremendous damage, and our soldiers are great. You know, our soldiers are now based on merit. They're not based on woke, because we won the case in the Supreme Court, which was the bravest case. I have such respect for the Supreme Court because of what they did with merit, because our country was built on merit. Countries are destroyed on woke. You know, I made a statement, and I hated to make it because it sounded bad, but everything turns to, you know what, when it goes woke. You remember the term. I don't like to use it because you might have some children listening, but it turns bad. And no, we have the hottest country right now anywhere in the world. That's why he's here. That's why every other country wants to meet here too. But we only have so many hours in the day and days in the week. But we get the hottest country. Think of it. We were a dead country a year and a half ago. And now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. It's pretty good. Did a good job. Okay, any other questions?
Would you like to visit Argentina? Would you like to visit Argentina soon? There is an invitation for that.
What does that mean?
Do you like to visit Argentina soon?
I do. I would love to. I'm just a little bit.
You know, guys, Trump, I love listening to Trump, because Trump is like the biggest United States promoter ever. Like, he just speaks so well. Like, he just backs up his shit. And he could work to just promote tourism in the United States, and he would be awesome at it.
Busy. I would love to. I'd love to go to Argentina. I'd like to be like Biden. I'd like to go to the beach. You know, my legs are not quite as thin as his. My legs are slightly heavier. My arms are slightly larger. My body is a little bit larger than his. I'm not sure it would be appreciated on the beach, but I'm not going to take a chance. You won't.
See, now he's going at Biden, guys. He's going at Biden now. Come on, man. I think Biden is in his rearview mirror, man. Leave that man alone, man. Leave that man alone. Let that man, go out in peace, man. Guys, if you want me to speak about Biden, I'm just going to say one thing about Biden. It wasn't his fault. Whatever happened with Biden wasn't his fault at all. It's his family and the people behind him. They should have removed Biden from that chair a while ago. As soon as he started falling on his ass and talking all this nonsense, soon as he started doing that, they should have removed him.
You won't see in a bathing suit sitting on a beach in Argentina, falling down, not being able to lift a 3-ounce chair, meant for old people to lift, and he couldn't lift it, so he had a problem. He spent too much time on a beach. Somebody told him that he looked good in a bathing suit. And you'd see this guy on the beach all the time. I never quite understood. Steve, go ahead.
Preview your meeting with Ukraine President Zelensky on Friday. You expect to talk about weapons. Is there going to be a package?
Interesting meeting going on. Look, I'm very disappointed because Vladimir and I had a very good relationship. Probably still do. I don't know why he continues with this war. This war has been so bad for him. He's going into 4 years.
See, this is the reason they did have a good relationship. This is the reason why Trump, before Trump was reelected, he said he was going to end that war in a matter of weeks? He said in records time he was going to end the Ukraine war. He was going to end it. Because I think he felt as though he had a good relationship with Putin, and him and Putin was going to be able to work something out. But he was wrong.
Of a war that he should have won that war in 1 week. He's now going to soon be into his 4th year.
He's saying the same thing I've said, guys, and I've said this a lot, and you guys have heard me say that. Trump is saying the same thing. We all thought that he was going to annihilate Ukraine in a matter of months. Weeks, yeah, let's say weeks. In a matter of months, he was just going to take everything over. It was going to be over because they're so strong. We're talking about Russia. And this shows how weak they are.
He's lost 1.5 million soldiers, probably, close. Certainly in terms of wounded and no legs and no arms and all the things that happen in horrible wars. It's a horrible war. That's the biggest thing that's happened since World War II in terms of death. It's bigger than any of them. I settled 8 of them. The biggest is that in terms of death. Incredible. I think India, Pakistan had great potential too. We did a great job of that one. But he's got to really settle this war. And they have long lines waiting for gasoline in Russia right now, right? They have long lines. Who thought that was going to happen? And all of a sudden his economy is going to collapse. And I'd like to see him do well. I mean, I had a very good relationship with Vladimir Putin, but he just doesn't want to end that war. And I think it's making him look very bad. He could end it. He could end it quickly. And I have to tell you, I give credit because who would think that Ukraine could have fought Russia for 4 years to essentially a standstill? Now, there has been some early
Slava Ukraini.
Before they knew what the hell was happening, because it happened quick. Biden should have never let that happen. That's a war that should have never happened, but it did. But it's not making Russia look good, I will tell you that.
No, not at all.
We'll be talking about Ukraine, yeah. I mean, I have the president coming in on Friday, and I know what he has to say. He wants weapons. He would like to have tomahawks. Everyone else wants tomahawks. And we have a lot of tomahawks. Tomahawk is do you need any tomahawks in Argentina? You need them for your opposition, I guess, because in this country they'd use tomahawks for the opposition. I don't do that. I'm much nicer. The Democrats would use them if they had the chance. They're sick people. Go ahead.
That this plan with Argentina can fail?
Anything can fail. Anything can fail. You never know. That's why I say Putin should do something about the war, because so far, I mean, it's turned out to be very bad for him. But anything can, so this plan can fail, sure it can fail, but it's got a better chance, I would say, Scott, it's got a better chance of success than failure. And if it's successful, it's an unbelievable success. It can transform your country into greatness. It's got a great chance. We'd like to give it a chance. Anything can fail, but we'd like to give it a chance. And we think, because he's made so much progress. I mean, the work that he's done over the last 4 years is incredible. And it would be a shame to lose that progress. He's very close to having a big success.
Mr. President, will you consider removing new restrictions on the press that report at the Pentagon? And have you spoken to Secretary Hegseth about this?
I have, yeah. Well, he's finding, I think I can speak for him, I'll let him speak for himself, but I think he finds the press to be very disruptive in terms of world peace and maybe security for our nation. Press is very dishonest. Not you, but the press is very dishonest. You have something to say?
Well, I very much appreciate the question, because it was interesting to watch. We had a chance to go along on the historic trip of Middle East peace, which our generation of veterans never dreamed would be possible. So you would think that the Pentagon press corps, of all press corps, would be front and center across the board on wanting to give credit to the president for forging this kind of peace, and instead what they want to talk about is a policy about them, which simply says maybe the policy should look like the White House or other military installations, where you have to wear a badge that identifies that you're press, or you can't just roam anywhere you want. It used to be, Mr. President, the press could go anywhere, pretty much anywhere in the Pentagon, the most classified area in the world. Or also that if they sign on to the credentialing, they're not going to try to get soldiers to break the law by giving them classified information. So it's common sense stuff, Mr. President. We're trying to make sure national security is respected, and we're proud of the policy.
You know, we have an option here. As you know, the press years ago moved into the White House. It used to be across the street. We could move them. You're lucky I'm president, because we could move them very easily across the street. They used to be there. They would have more room. We have a beautiful, nice space. You can sit all by yourselves and have fun. Instead, you walk around the White House talking to anybody that can breathe. And you know, but I find that when it comes to war, and now our great Department of War, we have some great people over there. I think it bothers me to have soldiers and even high-ranking generals walking around with you guys on their sleeve, asking them, because they can make a mistake, and a mistake can be tragic. They can do it innocently too. They can, and they're not press people. They don't really deal with the press, so they're not really necessarily good at it. Although I think it's mostly instinctual, one way or the other. You're either good at things or you're not. But I could see you being bothered by that. Mm-hmm. So you have them in an area and you treat them fairly, but they're not allowed to go into
Much like the
somebody's office and sit with them for 10 hours.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand.
Mr. President, Boston had some street takeovers that we saw. Are you going to work with or try and work with the mayor of Boston?
Guys, a lot of people can argue that a lot of people that don't like Trump, there's a lot of people that don't like Trump at all. I speak to people that they think Trump is the second coming of Hitler. I think Putin is the second coming of Hitler. And I think Trump, I don't know, maybe he has an objective, but I'm loving what Trump is doing, guys. I don't know, maybe he has some other type of motive, some secret motive. Maybe there's a lot of shit that I don't know about. I don't know, maybe I'm talking crap. I don't know, but based on what I've seen, he wants world peace. He's involved in all these international conflicts, including Ukraine, and he wants peace. He wants peace at all costs. I'm all for that, guys. Whether there's a lot of shit behind it or that comes with it, a lot of, I don't know, maybe national interest in the States. But he wants world peace, and he's trying to put the pressure on Putin. So hey, God bless Trump. Is all I could say. If that's what he wants, God bless Trump. Trump is not perfect. I know Trump can be a little bit radical. Trump could go a little bit haywire. I get that. But Trump wants the best for his country. Based on what I've seen, Trump wants the best for his country. He wants the best for the world. He wants world peace. He could just say, listen, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you guys want. but he's not doing that. So guys, let me know in the comment what's going on and what's this, what do you think, what you don't think, do you agree, do you disagree? Please let me know. And of course, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Any donations to my channel will be greatly appreciated. My PayPal account is on the description. Love you, Ukraine. Peace, love, and God bless.